Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to Bloodborne, and welcome back to the comparative pleasantry of the hunter's dream. Now, as we continue to speak to old Gehrman here, you'll start to hear him say things about how unpleasant the hunter's dream is, how much he hates the hunter's dream, and it's sort of explained and sort of not, like everything in this game. What I cannot emphasize enough is how little the game actually tells you or gives you offhand. You need to explore it yourself, and you need to infer so much that the style of storytelling and communication of background in this game is so sophisticated, it's so clever. I love it. It engages you in a way that video games should, that visual media should. It doesn't treat you like a fucking imbecile. It doesn't ladle everything into your lap and treat you as though you haven't got a mind or imagination to make up. You build the mythology and a lot of the story in your own mind, and that's as true of the hunter's dream as it is anything and anywhere in the entire game, and I love it for that. I genuinely love it. Now, let me think about this. I think we need to go back to Central Yharnam. When we go back, all of the enemies will have reset, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, ladies and gents. We still have a little bit of exploration of this particular part of Yharnam to do. We need to go down into the sewers, we need to encounter some of those gribbly things that we saw from on high in the last episode. And that very big pig that I told you about too. We haven't got to him yet, and I'm not leaving him out. Oh no. I like the big pig. I like the big pig very much. Now, let me think about the best way to get to the big pig. I think it's this way. Does our sick friend have anything to say? Oh, nothing interesting. Okay. And yes, we are going to be killing a lot more of the same enemies, but that doesn't bother me at all, ladies and gents, and nor should it bother you, because it's lots of fun. It's a lot of fun. There is a boss we can go and kill now, actually. There is a boss just up here past those werewolves. I don't particularly want to yet, because we are just not in... We're not really in a fit state to go and kill it, quite frankly, although we are in a fit state to kill old men in wheelchairs. Now, I was thinking before I started this playthrough, ladies and gents, that you know, I was so reluctant to start it. I've been humming and hawing about what games to do. I thought about Resi 4, I thought about Resi Origins, I thought about Soma, I thought about lots of survival horror titles, and Bloodborne I simultaneously wanted to do and didn't want to do. I wanted to do it because I love it, because I think it is one of the very best video games I've ever played. I think it is one of the best video games I have ever played in my life. But one of the reasons I didn't want to do it is because it's so hard. It's so difficult. I mean, it's such a tricky game to master. We are going to get to bits where we are stuck. That is going to happen. This might be one of them, in fact. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? It might suck to be me in a tick, but right now, sucks to be you. Oh, you sneaky beast. See what I mean? You have got to know what you're doing with these things. If you don't, you die. It's as simple as that. These things are so tough, you've no idea. I know it may look kind of easy here. That's just because I played the game a lot. That's all it is. It is this game gives you nothing. It allows for nothing. You make a mistake, you die. You die. It's as simple as that. And that is part of what makes it so fascinating. It's part of what makes it so addictive, so interesting. Such a joy to play. But one of the reasons why I've been humming and hawing about it is because I don't know, I just did not know how it would come out, quite frankly. I did not know how it would come out. At the moment, it's fine. It's fine because we're in the early stages. There's nothing to threaten us too much. We are not going to get stuck just yet. although there is an encounter coming up that we might get a little bit stuck on. At present, we are okay. But how long that will last, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. We shall have to see. Until then, let's just bask in the beauty of Yharnam. I mean, it's the kind of world that I wish I'd created. It's the kind of world and universe and mythology that I wish I'd had a hand in, because it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. As it progresses, you will see what I mean. You will see why I gush over it so much. I assure you, you will. Oh, look, lots of other people playing as well. That's nice to know. Hello! Ah! We're getting better at that staggering, aren't we? What I really want, I mean, I'm not just building the blood echoes here, although that is part of what I'm doing. I am not just doing that. What I would like to do is get enough to upgrade our weapon a little bit. Certainly before we face any of the larger encounters around here. There's one coming up that is actually not a beast. It's not a beast, it's actually another hunter, believe it or not. One of the first significant ones we encounter outside of Eileen, who I believe is still up there. And it's... to say it's hard is... It does nothing. Hard doesn't do it justice. It's one of the first genuine encounters in the game, and it's not hard, it's a nightmare. As anyone who's played this game will tell you, he's actually one of the hardest creatures, one of the hardest bosses in this game, full stop. Quite a tricky area this, because you can get caught very easily between him and the guy with the gun. It's one of the things you will notice that this game does very well. It's not just the design of the environment, it's the positioning of the enemies. And the positioning of the enemies isn't just a challenge, it lends them narrative. Every single one of the enemies in this game feels like they are part of the environment, they feel legitimate. You'll often come across enemies doing something. They're not just sort of patrolling, waiting for you. Some of them look like they're preying, some of them are protecting larger enemies or enemies that they consider to be sacred. Some of them are eating or doing something with the environment that makes them more than just monsters. And that's so clever. It's sublime storytelling. Genuinely sublime storytelling. Yeah, there's just something about this world. I don't know what it is. It's an X factor. It's very difficult to quantify, no matter how much you might try. It's something that video game environments can do, but rarely do. The Arklay Manor has it in Resident Evil. It has that feeling about it. Silent Hill often has it in its relevant video games. Certainly in Silent Hill 2 and 3, it does. It's just this feeling of legitimacy and of weight and of... I don't know. It's a feeling of poetry. It's a feeling of poetry. I mean, in this instance, it's bloody bleak poetry at that. But it's there. It's most certainly there. And I love it. It's a very difficult thing to do. I don't know whether it's something video game developers are conscious of when they do it. But, my God, in this instance, they have done it just sublimely. They've made something utterly beautiful in Yharnam. And... I know people are hankering after a sequel to this game, and so am I. I would absolutely adore to see a sequel to Bloodborne. I really would. But if there isn't one, it's okay. It's okay. And the reason it's okay is because Yharnam is just so beautiful as is. It's because Yharnam is so satisfying and wonderful an environment now. Oh dear. We're a little bit closer to them now. Look, oh my god. I mean, this is what I mean, ladies and gents. This is what I mean. You will never be told in any text what those things down there are, those sort of corpses, but you can sort of tell or infer by looking at them what they might be. They look like maybe people who were sick or suspected of being sick, who were thrown down here into the sewers and became something hideous as a result. And yeah, they are, well, I kind of want to say alive, but that's not really the case, is it? They're not alive, they're sort of undead. They're, oh, grotesque. Wait till they start moving. They're actually quite tough. I'm trying not to underestimate them. Look at the way they move! Everything about them is foul. I love it. I love it. They're twisted and grotesque and vile and... They look very much... this is kind of obscure, ladies and gents. They look very much like the design of zombies from the film Return of the Living Dead. Anyone know that? Anyone know Return of the Living Dead? No? Or am I showing my chops for ridiculously obscure 1980s zombie comedy films here? But that's kind of what they look like. I love them. I absolutely love those creatures because they have weight, because they have that very particular feeling that lots of the monsters in Bloodborne do. And it's this as well. The environment is disgusting. It looks like it smells. And they look so right in it, don't they? They look so right in it. I'm trying to bait them. Are you going to vomit? Some of them vomit, which is very attractive. It's just like the zombies in Resi. What is it about zombies and vomiting anyway in video games? Why do they do that? I just love it. I love the way it combines all of these wonderful horror tropes together and then actually makes them very novel and new. Yeah. And you too, you can come down. Hello! Just doing our bit for animal rights here. No? Not protecting anything? No, it's not like normal video games. It's not, in most video games, they would be protecting something. There would be some item or something down there. There isn't. There isn't. It's just being cruel. Hello. And I don't know whether you noticed, ladies and gents, but they're all different. They look similar, but the models all have slight variations to make them unique. And that's just cool. Oh, he got me. Haha, he nearly caught me then. Ew! He did a lunge. Didn't benefit him, or her, it's hard to tell. I think zombies are generally sort of asexual, aren't they? I suppose when you get to that point where your sexual organs have rotted away into glop, it doesn't really matter, does it? Ooh, still alive. I like your hat. Look at the legs, the lack of legs and everything. It's gross. It's just oh, look at him. Big, fat, piggly wiggly. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Oh, get off. It's usually a pebble. Now, this might be a bad idea. This might be a very bad idea, actually. What it may be worth doing is coming up on Piggly from behind. Because he's much easier to take down from behind. I'm very tempted to do that, actually. Can you see him? Just look at him down there. There he is. Big, fat, grotesque, bloated abomination of a thing. Boris Johnson. That's what we'll call you. We'll call you Boris Johnson. Hello, Boris. I'm not even going to attempt you yet. We'll take him down another way. We can come at him from behind and do something really unpleasant to him. I mean, really unpleasant. But yes, that was fun. A nice little jaunt through Yarnum there. We're going to activate this because this is going to benefit us enormously. Yes, it is. All we need to do is press there. Look at the glop. Look at the filth all over us. I mean, that's just wonderful, isn't it? You'll recognise where we are before long. Oh, look, there's those two rather large gentlemen. We're doing very well here. We're doing very, very well indeed. We've opened up almost all the shortcuts. If I kill these guys and go back to the Hunter's Dream... Hello? Ah! Staggered you! Ow! That hurt. Ow! Fuck! God, he nearly got me then. Eee, this guy's being an arse. Oh! Gotcha! Just before you killed me. Excellent. Wonderful. Ah! We're not doing brilliantly on the blood vials at the moment, I must say. Although they're very similar models, they're not exactly the same. All of them are different, but all of them are kind of diseased. They have like the lycanthropic hair breaking through and whatnot. It's fabulous. Now let's see if we can get by this one a bit more cleverer, shall we? Come on. Hello. Are you going to try and hit me or what? Hey! Ew! That looks like it really fucking hurts. Well, of course it does. It's supposed to. I hope it does, quite frankly. You deserve it. Being fat and ugly. That's terrible. What a horrible thing to say. Now, I do know that there's supposed to be summoning points around here. Oh, where's he gone? There's usually a guy in a hat around here. Gone for a wander, apparently. Or did we kill him? We may have killed him. Oh god. Did you hear that? I definitely heard something then. Absolutely we'll return to the Hunter's Dream. This is the way this game plays out, ladies and gents, and one of the other reasons why I was kind of reluctant to do a playthrough of it, because it's not like Resident Evil, where you solve a particular puzzle, you kill a particular enemy, and it's done with. That's the end of it. This game continues. It goes on. It constantly resets and reaffirms itself, and that may be off-putting. That could potentially be off-putting in a Let's Play. You'll have to let me know if it is, but I must say I'm enjoying it. I want to upgrade this if possible, yeah, and the Hunter pistol, yeah, that's fabulous. We don't have any stones to put in them, do we, to upgrade them? That's slightly annoying. Forgot about that. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. Right, now we'll go and kill Piggly. We'll most certainly go and kill the Piggly Wiggly. Just for the fun of it, I just wanted to show you him and how grotesque he actually is. Mind you, that's kind of redundant. Everything in this game is grotesque, and gloriously so. The monsters are, as I said in the last playthrough, they're so beautiful. And the ones you see around here, around this part of Yharnam, are the least of them. They become Lovecraftian later on, and I mean, like, to the nth degree. They look legitimately like old ones as described by Lovecraft. And Lovecraft's mythologies have a massive influence over this game. They really do. Ooh, a little bit of odd ragdoll physics going on there. That's quite amusing. We'll go through this way because we can avoid the big guys by going through this way. Oh, that's always preferable. Hello, you. I do like killing old people. Take that out of context, internet. I'm sure you will. Okay. Oh, someone's left a note for us. Beware of giant foe. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you, but oh, I love it. Just look at the sky and everything. It's so pretty. I want to live here. I so do. I'm not kidding. I actually want to live here. I imagine real estate in Yharnam is very cheap too. Now, this is quite fun. That's the way back down to the sewers. We don't want to... Oh, look, they're all back. All crawl... Oh, they're all active as well. Crawling... Oh, crawling around in the filth. Oh, that must be horrible. I mean, that's another thing the game does, ladies and gents, and you're going to hear me saying that a lot, gushing with absolute praise. It gives the enemies this air of tragedy. You can almost pity them, seeing them down there like that. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. Maybe it's just my bleeding liberal heart. Okie dokie, this is quite fun. There's a nice little sort of weird set piece here. So, you see them all lined up there, and that very large boulder behind them? It's going to get a bit Indiana Jones. I bet you've already... Yeah. Let them come. Come on. Come on. Come on. And then there's some guys behind the boulder. They set it alight, and then they push it. And it all goes terribly wrong for these guys. Terribly... Well, for most of them. Hello! Oh yeah, ignore the guys who just whacked a great flaming boulder at you. Come after me. Why not? Twats. Look at this. Look at the statuary. It's actually really distressing. It's really weird. And I love it. And by the way, as our insight gets higher, it's going to get weirder. And a lot more distressing than this. Believe you me. Hello, big guy. No, let's target the big guy first, because he's the most dangerous of the two of you. Ah! Ow! That hurt. Aha! Gotcha! Spray of the old claret there. Hello, sir. Oh! You didn't last very long, did you? Lovely, lovely. Blood vials. Always welcome. Not going up there yet. We're not going up there yet because there's a pain in the arse. That pain in the arse hunter I told you about, he's up there. And he's one of the most significant encounters at this point in the game. Oh, look at it. Look. Oh my god, look. I didn't know you could see that from here. That's part of Old Yarnum. That's the cathedral in Old Yarnum. Oh, that's fucking amazing. We haven't been... You can't access that area yet. But that is the cathedral in Old Yarnum. That is wonderful! You can actually... We will be going there. That big burnt temple. We'll be actually going there. Not yet, but soon. That's fab! It's fab. Love it. Okay. Right. Where we are is... we're in the sewers. And we are behind a particular enemy. It's the Piggly Wiggly, and hopefully we can sneak up on him, because if we can sneak up on him, we can do something truly horrible to him. Hello, Piggly Wiggly! Oh! That, I mean, even were you a veterinarian, you wouldn't want to, well, you wouldn't want to insert your arm into that cavity, would you, really? Not for love nor money, you wouldn't. I'm sure you wouldn't. I can't imagine that's a thing you would ever want to do. How pleasant. Well, yes, we're not going to busy ourselves killing them at the moment. We've got lots of blood echoes again, and we may have enough... We also got the saw badge there, which may have opened something new for us. The different badges where you find them, they will open up things like in the store that's in the Hunter's Dream, which will allow us to purchase different items and things, which is rather useful. Let's go and see if it has. It may have even opened up the opportunity to buy new weapons. Hello! Oh, someone else is playing. Look, and they're playing with the axe. Isn't that good? Hello, boys! Never get tired of killing you. Or of almost being slaughtered by you, which may be the case. Bye! Ouch, too late. Hello. Come on, draw back. You've got to be careful with the staggering moves. They work on a percentage basis depending on how high your blood tinge is. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And if they don't, you better get out of the way quick sharpish. Do you do? I will say this, the people in Yharnam seem a bit happier than the people in the Arklay mansion. Regardless of how diseased they are, they seem marginally happier. And there are reasons as to why I'm doing it in this sort of circuitous way, ladies and gents. Building up my blood echoes and getting all the secrets and whatnot. There are reasons for this, it isn't arbitrary. But yes, now I'm trying to decide what boss to do first. I think we're going to go and have a go. We probably won't do it, but we're going to have a go at the... oh, the doll's off on one of her wanderings. That's ace. That means we're going to have to go find her. And German is too. He's probably out in the grass somewhere. That's usually where he is. Repair. Yes, if you don't repair your weapons, they break, which is not useful. We won't fortify for now. Let's go see what the saw badge has opened up for us. We may actually be able to buy more stuff. And you buy stuff from over here. These lovely creatures in the fountain. Trade blood echoes. Yay, we'll do. Acquire items. So we can buy blood vials, we can buy bullets, we can buy knives and cocktails. Nothing there, nothing there. Saw cleaver, hunter axe or threaded cane. I like the axe. Actually, I played quite a lot with the axe in my first playthrough, but I think we're going to stick with the sword spear for now. The Arnhem Hunter Garb we can buy. Are there any keys or anything like that we can buy yet? Not quite yet, so we'll have to wait for that. Okay, cool. Well, we can use the blood echoes we've got now with the doll, and she can upgrade us a little bit, make us a little bit tougher. Where are you? You flibbity gibbet. But the doll's such a weird character. There's not much that's actually explained about her, although when we get to the extended content, you will learn a little bit about where she comes from. Oh, there you are. Hello.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Oh, I desire very, very much.
Very well. Let me stand.
Yes, you do that. We will upgrade... endurance would be very good, vitality would be excellent. We can only upgrade one at the moment, so... we'll go for vitality, because that is a bit low right now. So, that's cool. That's cool. We'll save the rest.
Farewell, good hunter.
Thank you very much, my dear.
May you
now,
find your worth in the waking world.
Such a cryptic thing to say. Where's Gehrman when he's about? He says different things if you encounter him in the gardens. He's usually lying down. He's sort of out of his wheelchair and lying down. This is great. The stump messengers. You can give them different items that you find in the playing world, and they wear them. There's a top hat, which gives them a top hat. There's a big sort of vase, which they wear on their heads. There's a bow, and all sorts of weird and wacky things, and it's very, very amusing. Well, it is to me. Where's Gehrman? He can't have buggered off beyond the gate already. That'd be way too early. Oh well. Let's go back to Yharnam. And let's see if we can make a go of one of the bosses, shall we? Can you hear those weird ambient noises? Oh, I freaking love it. I freaking love it! Just, the whole game is a work of art. It is a work of the most sublime art. And if you don't appreciate Lovecraftianism at the moment, you will by the time we're finished, ladies and gents. I guarantee you. Oh, and if you want to make the most of this playthrough, by the way, and you haven't read Lovecraft, go do it. Go read The Call of Cthulhu, go read At the Mountains of Madness, possibly read The Mysterious Case of Charles Dexter Ward, and then you should be good to go. At least as a starter. Now... oh yes, I think what we'll do... we'll try the big monster first. It will probably kill us. It will almost certainly kill us. You've got to be prepared for that in this game, ladies and gents, I'm afraid. But we'll give it a go. No, I won't. I absolutely will not. I refuse. Hello! We do have to kill the werewolves again, which is slightly annoying. Or do we? No, we don't! Yay! Okay. Just be prepared, like. Oh God. What happened to you? Probably the same thing that happened to everyone in this bloody town. Hello! Big guy and crows. Big guy and crows. Ah, excellent. Yes, you come at us. Look at the blood you leave everywhere. Oh, that went well. He went on his frenzy then. If he catches you in that, it will kill you. Could have gone better. Could have gone worse. Oh, that's fine. Now, there's something very big through there. Something very big and very unpleasant, and it will probably kill us. Okay, let's go. Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's see if we can give it a bit of a smacking. Fear foe, yeah, well, that's an understatement. Remember fire. That's very good advice. Fire is very useful. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? You just know something's coming, don't you? You just know. And this is where the game really shows you what it's about, ladies and gents. The bosses. Oh ho 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 ho! The cleric beast. Were we expecting that? I don't think we were. Didn't like that, did you? He's a beast, so he doesn't like fire. Doesn't like fire at all. And we can use it to our vast, vast advantage. God, look at the state of him. He is fabulous! He is so beautiful! Aha, you missed! Oh, you didn't like that, did you? Oh, that! Oh, he's hating this. You are not having a good time of it, are you, mister? You are not! Oh, no, don't grab me, don't grab me! That could have been bad. You need to know how these things work. That's all I can really say. You need to know how these monsters work. If you don't, then you're gonna die. Over and over and over again. Even if you do know how they work, you are going to die. Over and over and over again. Because it's just how this game is. It hates you. It hates you with every fibre of its being, with every core of its corrupted soul. It hates you. And that's the point. It's not for pansies, basically. It's a game. Oh, ho, ho, ho! We may have done it! Oh, that is so satisfying. That is so satisfying. The first boss, and we have the Sword Hunter badge. Look at the rain of blood. Oh, my... I cannot tell you. The bosses are beautiful, the big monsters are wonderful, but the satisfaction in actually taking them down is glorious. It's glorious. It is all thanks to the hunter. That would be me. Oh, there's someone dying. Someone getting battered about by the cleric beast, and now we have another lantern. Very useful indeed. That went surprisingly well. surprisingly well. I think that stands us in good stead for when we fight our friend down below, and he'll be what we're doing next, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I think that went enormously well. We got another badge as well, so we should be able to buy some more things now. Hello, are you going to wake up?
I must have drifted
Yes,
off.
you must have. I don't know what that
What is it
means.
you
You know,
desire?
you're a dream doll in a dreaming world that's kind of real and kind of not. So what do you dream of?
Let me
I don't even know. I can't even imagine. We'll go for Blood Tinge actually, because that's going to be really useful as the game progresses, and we'll also go for Endurance because that is just generally important. That's fab. Okay. Let's see what these guys can sell us now, because we did get the Sword Hunter badge, didn't we? Ah, see, it's expanded. We can buy a lot more now. The Hand Lantern, I don't think I've ever used that. The Hunter Chief Emblem, we need 10,000 Blood Echoes for that. Now that is going to be useful. Oh, the Kirk Hammer! I've never used that. I've never ever used that. And the Repeating Pistol, I've never used that either. Very interesting. We may have a look at getting some of those later. But for now, we'll go and repair our stuff. We'll have a little bit of a rest. Gammon still isn't here. We'll go and have a bit of a rest in the Hunter's Dream. And, oh yes, please. Very much so. Very much so. And when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going and facing one of the nastiest enemies in this entire bloody game. The fact that he comes so early is what makes this game so very special, and why it's so beloved by the masochists amongst us. Until then, pleasant dreams!